Hey guys, it's Gawain, and today we are going to be taking a look at one of the most fun and one of the strongest legends in Apex, Horizon. Horizon is an offensive legend that specializes in mobility and area denial. Horizon could be one of the most aggressive and oppressive legends in the game if played correctly, so let's learn how to make the most of it. Horizon is equipped with her gravity switcheroo, of which she gets one on a 20-second cooldown. This is a triangular device that, when thrown, creates a vertical cylinder where gravity is reversed. The cylinder has a height of 30 meters, so when you get up to the top you just sit on it for 2 seconds maximum before getting thrown off. When you exit the gravity lift, you get boosted vertically and horizontally in the direction you are facing. You can also move on the horizontal plane whilst going up the gravity switcheroo. The most common use for this ability is gaining a higher position so you can be at an advantage when engaging enemies. Climbing buildings faster, getting up into spots you can't climb up to, and generally towering over enemies during a fight are all viable ways to use this gravity reversing device. Using this ability in the midst of a fight can get you onto a better position to rain fire down onto the enemy, escape away whilst popping a battery, or make yourself harder to hit for a second whilst you reload. In all of these scenarios, you want to strafe from side to side as much as possible because it makes you incredibly hard to hit. Going up in a straight line is predictable, so just spam left and right when going up. The gravity lift doesn't just affect you though. You can lift your teammates, enemies, ordnance, and even tridents with this ability. If you are running away from an enemy or just need to block a doorway for some reason, use your gravity switcheroo on the doorway to essentially lock it because it is really difficult for anyone to pass through the gravity lift without head clearance. This is also probably the time to mention that your tactical ability goes through surfaces such as walls and floors, because so does regular gravity. Use this information how you wish. I'm sure some of you can pull off some sort of amazing clay pigeon shooting where you lift the enemy team above you in the air for a free Kraber shot or something. Anyway, to summarize this section, the grav lift is 30 meters tall, it will kick you off the top after 2 seconds, and it passes through surfaces. Use this ability to gain high ground, potentially escape certain situations, and make yourself harder to hit by moving side to side. Horizon has a very simple passive called Spacewalk. This ability increases your mid-air control, so allows you to turn faster mid-air than other legends, and she does not get a landing shock when falling from a lot of height. Landing shock is the mechanic in Apex that replaces fall damage, so when you fall from a great height, you aren't able to move for a brief moment. Horizon's passive negates that entirely and allows you to keep on moving, and if you land whilst crouched, then you transition into a slide immediately. You can tell when this passive activates by a blue flash around the edge of your screen, a unique sound effect, and sometimes even a voice line. This combos incredibly well with your gravity lift because of how high it goes. You don't even need to think about using this passive, only how you can get the most out of it. Learning how to bunny hop can allow you to continue the momentum you build up, whether either coming out of a grav lift or falling generally with this passive because of how smooth the transition between falling and sliding is. I find this especially useful when popping a battery because it won't be finished by the time I land, so I can bunny hop whilst healing to keep moving away from the enemy. It is also great with gravity cannons, as the momentum you build up is insane, but it can be tricky not to hit anything that will kill your momentum. That's all there is to this passive, just fall, slide, and bunny hop. Horizon's ultimate is a device that emulates a black hole. You can throw your NEWT or NEWT device to create a 10 meter in radius black hole. This sucks everyone and everything in the radius into the center with the initial burst and slows everyone who is in the radius afterwards because it is constantly sucking into the center. The black hole lasts for 12 seconds total, but it can be destroyed by bullets and explosives, both friendly and enemy. If enemies find themselves behind the NEWT device itself when in the black hole, then they will be highlighted with orange outlines similar to Bloodhound's scan. I find the best way to use this ability is to predict where the enemies are going to go and launch it there so they get sucked in and disorientated. This way you can throw ordnance, preferably arc stars for the extra slow, and shoot at them. They will most likely destroy the black hole quite quickly, so whilst their crosshairs aren't on you, beam them. Furthermore, you can stop or at least delay a push with this ability because it makes enemies hesitant to attack you. Enemies don't want to get caught in this, so try and inconvenience them by putting it in their way or putting it on them for free damage. This ability can take a bit of getting used to when landing it, so just keep practicing your targeting and you'll get the hang of it. You can make aiming it easier with your gravity switcheroo because you can get 30 meters into the air, then launch the black hole on top of the enemy to pull them out of cover or force them into a worse position. Horizon is in the offensive class for a reason. She wants to be aggressive. You should be leading the charge with Horizon, but keeping close to your team so they can benefit from your gravity lifts too, and you can all fire into your black hole. Gain an advantageous position against your enemy before engaging, preferably on higher ground, so then you can beam and drop on them. Your passive will kick in, allowing you to move faster past them than they anticipated, hopefully breaking their ankles and securing you the kill. Use your ultimate to pull the enemies together before engaging if you want, and chuck a few arc stars in there for good measure. Be aggressive with Horizon, but learn when to disengage and grav lift yourself out of there. Horizon is a mother, and thus is very kind and caring towards pretty much every character in the cast. She's another wholesome legend that shouldn't put you off with her personality, especially with how good her gameplay is. She's smart, wholesome, and witty. What more could you want in a legend? God, I need to stop saying that. Due to Horizon's playstyle of getting up in people's faces, but also attacking from height, I'd advise an assault rifle paired with a shotgun. Obviously, the R301 is amazing, the flatline is great, the Havoc is insane with the turbocharger, but I love the Hemlock. Pair any of them with an either 8 auto or a Peacekeeper and you are set. I tried playing with snipers on Horizon, but I felt it was unnecessary even on Stormpoint because you have long-ranged poke with your assault rifle already, but no close-ranged burst. You'll see a few Kraber clips in this video because I rarely get to use it, so I was impressed I actually hit shots with it. Anyway, grab yourself an R301, flatline, whatever, alongside an EVA or PK and you are good to go. Horizon has 3 counters: Revenant, Watson, and Crypto. Revenant is pretty obvious. If you get hit with his silencing arms, then you can't use your abilities, so either don't get hit or use them before you get hit. Watson's Tesla pylon will destroy both your gravity triangle and your black hole when you throw them, so either destroy the generator or use them outside of the projectile catching range. Crypto's EMP will destroy your black hole, so shoot and destroy the drone before the EMP can fully detonate. Also remember that your black hole can be shot and exploded by everyone, including you and your teammates. Strafing side to side when going up your gravity lift can make you nearly impossible to hit, so do it. Learn how to bunny hop and continue your momentum after landing from a big height. Use your black hole to force enemies into a worse position, or bring them together so you can throw ordnance and shoot at them. Pseudo-lock doorways and entrances by throwing your gravity switcheroo in the middle of it so enemies have trouble seeing through it and they can't pass through it. Lead the charge for your team, but know when to disengage. Communicate with your team for the best results. Overall, Horizon is a middle-of-the-road legend to play. While she can take a bit of getting used to initially, her movement should come naturally to regular Apex players, and her skill ceiling is pretty good too. Learn how to maximize your gravity lift and spacewalk abilities, how to land your black holes effectively, how to be the right amount of aggressive, and you are sure to become a pretty decent Horizon player. Thank you all for watching, I do hope you enjoyed. As always, the clips you saw in the video were taken from my Twitch stream, link will be on screen and in the description. If you found this guide helpful in any way, shape or form, consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends as it does help grow the channel. Revenant is next for the Apex series, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Oh my god, let's go! That was insane. That was the most chaotic endgame I've ever had. I finished it with a melee, dude.
You are the Apex
Oh my god. Jesus. I wanted a good game and we got it, boys.